every once in a while, you do something that is going to be in your memory for the rest of your life. In September 2025, I made a road trip from the UK all the way through Spain to Tenerife. It's the main reason why I haven't had many videos published on this channel for the last 4 or 5 weeks. But over the next few days and weeks, I'm going to show you the journey that we made from England and the various things that we did. I say we, but I'm really using the royal we, because it was me. For the most part, it was a solo road trip. But you'll see that there are various times in the journey that I was joined by my good friend, Elliot Smith. Now, Elliot is from the YouTube channel Adventure Elliot, or Aventuroso Elliot, which is his Spanish channel. But let's start off from the very beginning. The reason I went to the UK was to join the celebrations for Chris and Abby's engagement. Chris is my son, and Abby would be getting married next year on the 26th of September 2026. And the engagement party was held on the 30th of August. This was my speech.
Yes.
Jolly good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will keep this short. Statistics say that half of marriages end in divorce.
Right.
But let's remember that this one hasn't even started yet. And besides that, the glass half empty view is not one that we're going to apply here. Thanks to our generous hosts, Richard, Geraldine, our glasses today have been firmly in the upper quartile. And certainly more than half full at all times. Vanessa, thank you for allowing me to be here and inviting me to come here and being lovely. Now, I know statistics matter, especially in this family. So here's one that is worth noting. The average age of marriage in the West is at around 30, which means that Chris and Abby are well above average. And that's exactly what we all wish for their lives together, above average, in every way. Please raise your glasses to Abby and Chris. The figures speak for themselves. And always remember, marriage is grand, but divorce is several grand. May your glasses always be overflowing, and may your future beat the odds. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I also had the opportunity to drive around the country, and I saw firsthand the protests that are being made by the English people, the Raise the Flag protests, where the Union Jack or the flag of St. George is being flown at every opportunity on lampposts, street corners, and graffitied into the urban landscape. I was also able to help Christopher with some home improvements. This is an aerial of his garden and roof when I arrived. During my stay, I helped him pave his rear patio and do some other work around the house. And this is an aerial of Christopher's house after I left. of the things I was struck with was the very, very high cost of living. One most memorable occasion, we went out to Pizza Express, had 3 pizzas, 6 drinks, and 3 ice creams, and that little lot cost £150. What I found was I was missing lots of English stuff. Good old fish and chips, good English curry, Greg's sausage rolls, the availability of goods and services first time, clothes like pants and socks and shirts. And I had a whole list of things to buy, like strong boys, chocolate, IT equipment with English keyboard, most of which I was able to get. I was also able to visit my good friend JJ at his office and have breakfast with him, and then on to the rally. But a real highlight of my visit was the UK Freedom Rally.
This is at Blackfriars.
13th of September, when I met up with Elliot and another American YouTuber, Angela Rose, and we attended the rally led by Tommy Robinson. And the rally was really spectacular.
It's the abortion thing. And with that, he's a die-hard Christian. This is what Christian values are. How can you be across to the east and agree with marry a 9-year-old, and that's a fine because it's their religion, but then when it comes to England, you can't have an abortion? That's his opinion, and I think he earned the right to have that opinion for being such a good valued Christian that he is. Is us getting replaced. So what they want to do is get rid of the middle class and the working class.
So I really wonder how many So this wheelchair, hi, someone from Georgia and Alabama.
I live here
So what are you worried about? What have you been worried about?
Over 2 million, I reckon, attended that rally. Although the press claimed only 150,000, it was way, way more than that. The crowds went on and on and on forever. In fact, if I'd been a health and safety officer, I'd have had to close the march down. Too many people in too small a space. And the space was enormous. This is just the first video in a road trip series. Follow on for a visit to President Trump in Windsor, a stay in the West Country of Devon and Exeter, and meet some old worldy pirates. Come on a sea crossing from Plymouth, Santander, and follow the journey on down through Spain via León, Trujillo, Madrid, Medellin, and Sevilla, ending up at the seafood capital of the world, Puerto de Santa María in the south. Join us on a day trip to Gibraltar. And finally, the ferry crossing back home to Tenerife. All this and more in future episodes.